Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our free training on optimizing your Facebook business page profile. So we're just going to go today through five really simple steps that you can take to make sure that you are optimizing your Facebook business page. People commonly will go and stalk you on Facebook when they're thinking about working with you or when they're looking at something that you might particularly offer as a service or as a product. And so what they're looking for is information about what you do. And what we need to do is make sure that we are optimizing that chance to communicate with them. So we don't want to miss out on the opportunity for them to know a bit about us and to remember us and basically be able to think back to us when the time comes. Hi, Naomi. Thanks for joining us. So what I wanted to do today is I've just created a really simple little diagram just so that you guys know the different pieces that I'm talking about. So we're going to talk about the profile picture. We're going to talk about the name of the page. We're going to talk about the username of the page, which often gets forgotten, but it's quite important when it comes to tagging the business. We're going to talk about the cover image that you're using. And then number 5 is a bit of a kind of bonus step. Hi, Lorena. So that is just a little step that I want to throw in that's super important, particularly if you are advertising your services in other Facebook groups, but you are in those groups as yourself rather than as your business. Facebook did bring out the option not that long ago for groups to be able to join, pages to be able to join groups, but a lot of group owners and group admins don't allow pages to join. They want people to join as their individual selves. And so we're just going to have a quick chat about how we can make sure that we're optimizing leads via that channel as well. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the profile pic. So that's the round picture that you see when the business name is up. And this is what you see everywhere. Like every time you post as your business, every time you do anything as your business, this round picture is what everybody sees. Now, traditionally, and I know for a lot of businesses, they have used their logo as that round picture. Well, I'm going to suggest something a little different, and this is something that I've noticed more and more businesses are starting to do, and that is that you replace the logo with a picture of you. Now, the reason that I say that is because people buy from people. They don't buy from businesses. They want to actually have that human-to-human interaction, and a lot of the time they buy because they feel a connection with the human. Now, it is not really possible to feel a connection with a logo. And when it comes to people associating you with your business, we really would like that profile picture to actually be an image of you, just a headshot. It doesn't need to be a professional one if you don't have one. Just one with a nice plain background that clearly shows your smiling face, because next to it is always going to be the business name. It's there at the top of our page. It's there when we post on things. It's there when we share things. So people are going to know that that page belongs to that business. But what I want them to get is a bit of a human perspective right from the start. So that is going to be my suggestion when it comes to the round profile picture. Now, what I want to talk about is the name of the page. Now, you might be thinking, well, of course, it's the name of my business. Like, we don't need to discuss that. Well, we do need to discuss that for a few reasons. One is we do want it to be something that resembles or is the same as the name of your business. Because when people search for your business because someone gives them a reference or a referral or someone's talking about you or they see something somewhere in terms of advertising or work that you're doing, we want them to be able to search Facebook for your business name and find you easily. That's the most important thing to know about the name, is that that is kind of where the searchability comes from. That's where the search terms will be put into, and that's how Facebook will match what people are searching for in the search bar with the suggestions that they're going to give. So it does need to be something to do with your name. It also might be helpful to make sure that it is things that people would search for that aren't necessarily your business name. So if your business is all about a skincare product, for example, it might be helpful, even if your business name doesn't have the word skincare in it, to have business name dash skincare something. Because when it comes to people searching on Facebook, that is what is going to make Facebook bring your business up as an option under the search options. And so we want to make sure that we're capitalizing on those opportunities. So you do really need to think about the name and think about your business, what you do, and what keywords people are going to be plugging into Facebook to find things. Because we want people to be organically finding us. We want people to be remembering who we are and what we do, and we want them to be putting that into the search bar. We want them to know who we are when it pops up in their feed. We want them to stop scrolling ultimately and actually have a look at what we are posting about. And so making sure that the name is something that they remember and that is searchable is really important. As a side note, if you think about all of that and you realize that maybe you do want to change the name or change the name slightly or add something or take something away, it's worthwhile knowing that you can do that through Facebook. But the easiest way to change the name is to actually change it piece by piece. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is you may need to actually have the old name, then put a dash, put the new name, and put that in as a change to Facebook. And then as a second change a few days later, remove the old name and the dash and have the first name there. Basically, Facebook doesn't want you to just all of a sudden completely change the name so that people within your community don't know who you are. We have to remember that Facebook is all about building communities. So if you go to change the name, it generally works best if you can actually do the name change gradually so that your community and Facebook actually still know who you are and what you're doing. So hopefully that will help if you need to make a change. I have changed the name of my page recently, and that's the way I've had to do it, is to just slowly change a few words at a time so that Facebook didn't think that I was completely revamping and that people would forget who I am. Because in that situation, they will actually reject the name change. So that's important to know when it comes to changing. All right, the third piece of the optimization puzzle is the username, which always starts with an @ symbol, and it's generally sitting under the page name, and it's often quite small. Now, the reason that I wanted to bring up this username is because it's the way that people tag the business, and we want people to tag our business because more people are going to see our stuff, and more people that need what we deliver will be able to find us. What you need to know, though, is when you change your page name, Facebook does not automatically change the username. So the username will actually stay the same unless you go into the settings of your business page and actually change the username manually. So if you are changing the name, you need to go in and change the username as well, because we want people to be able to quite easily start typing in @ and the beginning of our business name, and for Facebook to automatically bring up the option of our business so that people can tag us, more people can see our things, we have the opportunity to respond and make comment on things that might be relevant. All of those kinds of things are important when we're doing usernames. They're super important when it comes to collaborations and brand partnerships, that the people that you're working with can easily tag you into things, and the username is the key to doing that. So it's worthwhile checking what your username is, particularly if you've recently or even in the far distant past have changed the name of your page, and make sure that that is actually updated to reflect the new name as well. So that is the third section. Now we're going to come up and talk about the cover photo, which, is probably one of the most important things. And the reason that it's one of the most important things is because it's part of what gets people to stop scrolling. And it's also part of what people use very quickly when they click on your page. It comes up, it's a large image at the top, and it really is a flag for them as to whether they're in the right place. So we want to make sure that the image in our cover image relates to our target market. It's something that our clients will, or customers will, resonate with. It's something that makes them go, oh yeah, this is where I need to be. So that's super important. So if you get the opportunity to really have something bold and bright that says, this is what we do, this is where you should be, that is what should be in your cover image. Now, there's a few other things that you can do with your cover image to really optimize that top section of the page. Now, it is a really great spot for you to have some sort of call to action. Now, that call to action could be for a particularly popular freebie that you offer. The call to action could be for your closed Facebook group where you support people free, in a free group. So both of them are really good things to be able to pop at the top. And you do have the option to then sort of have a little arrow going down, and then there's a button underneath, and you're able to then use that button to go where you are pointing those people. But I want you to optimize it one step further and do one extra thing to make sure that people are definitely going where you want them to go. And this little trick is, when you upload that cover photo to Facebook, it actually uploads just like any other photo post. And then you choose that image to be the cover photo. But when you upload any photo, you have the option to put copy in with the photo. And so my suggestion to you is, when you upload it, or if you've already got it there, click on it now, and you might see that the copy section's actually blank. You don't have any copy. So what I'm suggesting you do is put copy in as you upload, or if you already have, click edit and add some copy in there. And we want that copy to be related to the call to action that you put on the photo. Now, this means that if you want to have the button below do something different, you can actually just say click here on that image. And when they click their cursor on that image, it will open up in front of them with the photo, the cover photo, and the copy that you've added. And so in that copy, you can put that call to action. You can put the link to your group, or you can put the link to your freebie that you want them to grab. And so basically they just click on that photo and immediately they're taken to the image, which they've just clicked on, and the copy, which says, hey, why don't you do X, Y, or Z? Just one thing that you want them to do, something lead generating or bringing them into your group, is always a really good idea, because it means that they're going to interact further with your brand, and hopefully eventually that you'll be able to move them off platform, have their email, and bring them into your other marketing streams as well. So that's one way that you can really optimize this cover photo, and that is just by adding the copy in and making sure that if they actually click on the photo itself, that they'll be taken and they'll see that copy and be able to opt in, as well as using the button underneath it, obviously, as well. So that is the fourth thing, the cover photo, optimizing the cover photo. Now, the fifth thing really is the most important if you are interacting in Facebook groups as yourself, but you're actually talking about or promoting your business, or you are an expert in some subject area, and so you're making comments or helping people within other Facebook groups, and hopefully they're then going to go and search you out and find your business. They cannot find your business if you do not have your business linked in your personal Facebook profile. So when people click on your name and they're able to view your profile, one of the things that they can see is where you work. That's one of the main features that comes up. Even if you have quite a closed up, locked, tight Facebook, people can generally see the businesses that you own and run. And so what you want to do is you want to go into your personal Facebook profile, make sure that your business is connected in there, and that you've said, CEO of, or works at, or something along those lines, so that when somebody goes, oh, she actually seems to know a fair bit about that and she's quite helpful with that, or, oh, I've just seen her do a bit of a promo for her biz, I'd love to know a little bit more about that. They can click on you and they will go to your personal profile, and very easily right there in front of them, they will be able to click through to your business Facebook page. It closes that loop for people, particularly if they maybe don't exactly know what your business name is. And if your business name isn't your actual name, then there'll really be no way for Facebook to make sure to suggest what they're actually searching for. So the easiest way that they're going to find you is to be able to click on your personal profile, and there it will be in your personal profile. So it's worthwhile taking the 2 minutes it takes to make sure that you've closed the gap in that final way, particularly if you're using Facebook groups as part of your marketing, which a lot of us are. So that brings us sort of to the end. That is the 5 simple steps just to optimize that top of your Facebook business profile. So you're going to go through and you're going to think about maybe not having your logo, maybe having a picture of you as your profile pic. You're going to think about your name, searchable terms, keywords, all of those kinds of things. Then you're going to go down and make sure that your username is actually the same thing as your business name, that you haven't made a change that didn't follow through with your username. Then you're going to have a really good think about what your cover photo is. We want it to be a scroll stopper. We want it to be something that resonates with your ideal client. And then think about whether we can add some copy in so that if they click on there, they'll get to a freebie or a group invite or something like that, so we can move them into another channel of our marketing. And then the 5th thing is that we want them to be able to find out what our business is if they see us somewhere else when we are ourselves. So make sure that your personal Facebook profile has a link to your business as well. All right. Seriously, not hard to do, really simple little things, but each one of them makes a difference when it comes to your Facebook business profile. So it is really worthwhile going through and just making sure that you've optimized your profile in those 5 ways. I am going to have a little bit more information about all of those things and some notes written out from this training. If you would like to grab those notes, I have popped a quick link in this Facebook Live post, so you can just simply click on the link, pop your details in, and I'll send that email through in about half an hour with all of the details of what we have talked about today, those simple 5 ways that you can optimize and the little bits of extra information that I have provided for you to make sure that you are making the most of your Facebook business profile. All right, thank you so much to those of you who joined me live. If you're here watching the replay, type replay down below. If you have any questions, make sure that you pop them below and let me know. And if you do want the notes from the training, make sure you opt in and I will send them on through to you. All right, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll talk to you with some more training again soon. All right, thanks guys, bye.